Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. Takes this about 5 yards deep. The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Eric Rowe. They may have thrown the interception. Obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man, it's Preston Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's complete to Graham. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 9-yard line.
Tua to throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll set up a screen for Breida. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
For the extra point.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Ball carrier. Elandon Roberts there on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. So the cross is by, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Tua. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
14-yard line.
It's all good, baby. It's all good.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida, and he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Chargers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 23-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they are going for it. Herbert now. And man over the middle, and it's complete. 30, the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Second and 2. Tua sets up to pass it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
To Preston Williams.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Down and 2.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run forward, Breida. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 57 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and he carried it outside.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26.
Here's Herbert down on 2nd down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert on the move to his left. Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Bobby McKay, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught inside the 10. And for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker. 34 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a 1st half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's is Mike Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. First down, Justin Herbert. He's got a man, that's Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. 8 yards.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Of the gun, Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, here's Breida. Down to the 25. Number 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
1st and 10 at the 15.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
On 2nd down, Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll set up the screen for Breida. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now third and goal.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And we are all tied at 28. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Fast pass outside complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The tackle made by Joey Bosa. The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Once more, here's Eckler. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Carrier. He was brought down by Brandon Jones. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Dolphins get there this time and bring him down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
And out.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's 4th down.
Tua on 4th down. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On play action, they'll throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Tua fighting Williams for a Dolphin 1st down.
1st and goal at the 7.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Tua to throw again. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker.
And trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Joey Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
It's 4th down and goal.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Good job, fellas. Good job.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Running on first down, Eckler. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Herbert will do this one to Eckler. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Brought down.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? From the gun, Herbert. And no, it's incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get inside inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This from 55 yards out. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
31.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black. Born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time. Infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to. We're talking about your to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. When it ties in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left with nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No season wins that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No season wins that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No silly wins that never be the same.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Joseph set to kick off.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. Taken in the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
For first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other, they're controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Tannehill into a double team, and it's intercepted. James with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
It was Jack Crawford who brought him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
On second down, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down, and that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he will get in a across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Chargers able to get the pressure.
Line of defense against a long pass, and when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here's King. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. A quick throw there out to Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and short.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Oakland. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
At the 39-yard line.
Setting up to throw on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans, nothing.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
After the penalty, it's Henry. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Hooked on by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
They find some open field here. The 30, past the 20, touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Actually lining up for the extra point.
But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Khalif Raymond now. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando on this first half of action. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A pickup of 5 yards. 1st down Tennessee. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. And into the end zone zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On the ground, it's Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Man, it's Williams. They're able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half. Has it knocked free? We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
On the screen, this is Eckler. It is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, L.A.
First and 10.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And some room to work. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The tackle made by Jack Crawford. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's into the hands of Eckler. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here is Eckler. Reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler taking it in. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
7.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll run it again with Henry. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision.
Responsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, like cheetah, run up and I'm there in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack now. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you're at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating.